Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sombrero Kiss channel. I'm Sombrero Kid 2. Today, I want to talk to you about why Batman vs. Superman from 2016, directed by Zack Snyder, is one of the best DC films and possibly one of the best superhero films of all time. I know, crazy theory, right? No, not theory. Crazy statement, right? Trust me, I'm going to get canceled for this on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok probably if this thing blows up, which it won't. Thank you for the 15 people that will actually watch this video. Please let this age poorly. I want this to get a lot of views. Anyway, so here we go. I got a few reasons why this video ain't going to be very long. I just want to go into it. If you want a more in-depth reason, I will make a longer video because I have one already made. This is just a shorter one to get you guys introduced. Here we go. Here's my reasons why Batman vs. Superman is one of the best superhero films of all time. One of the most infamous scenes in all of superhero history. The Martha scene. Okay, so here's the scenes that led up to the so here's the scene with Lex essentially cornering Superman and forcing him to fight Batman. Here we go.
The problem of evil in the world. The problem of absolute virtue.
I'll take you in without breaking you, which is more than you deserve.
The problem of you on top of everything else. You above all. Because that's what God is. Horus, Apollo, Jehovah, Kal-El, Clark, Joseph, Kent. See, what we call God depends upon our tribe, Clark Joe. Because God is tribal. God takes sides. No man in the sky intervened when I was a boy to deliver me from Daddy's fist and abominations. I figured out way back. If God is all-powerful, he cannot be all good. And if he is all good, then he cannot be all-powerful. And neither can you be. They need to see the fraud you are. With their eyes. The blood on your hands.
What have you done?
And tonight, they will. Yes. Because you, my friend, have a date. Across the bay. Ripe fruit, his hate. 2 years growing, but it did not take much to push him over, actually. Little red notes, big bang, you let your family die! And now, you will fly to him. And you will battle him. To the death. Black and blue. Fight night. The greatest gladiator match in the history of the world. God versus man. Day versus night. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham.
You think I'll fight him for you?
Yes, I do. I think you will fight for that special lady in your life.
She's safe on the ground. How about you?
Close, but I am not talking about Lois. No. Every boy's special lady is his mother. Martha, Martha, Martha. The mother of a flying demon. Witch. Punishment for witches. What is that? That's right. Death by fire. I don't know! I would not let them tell me. Now, if you kill me, Martha dies. And if you fly away, Martha also dies. But if you kill the bat, Martha lives. There we go. There we go. And now God bends to my will.
Okay, so now that you've watched it, so in that scene, basically the terms of the fight is if you kill the Batman, your mom is saved. If you don't kill the Batman, your mom dies. That's it. Kill the Batman. It can't be any easier than that, and it can't be any dumber than that. It's warm. This thing's been sitting in my car for 2 hours. Ugh. But it's my happy juice. So there you go. Anyway, and so you then have this scene, which is the scene where Superman meets Batman to fight him.
Well, here I am.
Bruce, please. I was wrong. You have to listen to me. Lex wants us. You don't understand. There's no time.
I understand.
Stay down! If I wanted it, you'd be dead already.
Breathe it in. That's fear. You're not brave. Men are brave.
Okay, so now you've seen this scene. Here's the scene where he gets defeated.
I bet your parents taught you that you mean something. That you're here for a reason. My parents taught me a different lesson. Dying in the gutter for no reason at all. They taught me the world only makes sense if you force it to. You were never a god. You were never even a man. You're letting him kill Martha. What does that mean? Why did you say that name?
Find him! Save Martha!
say that name?
Stop! Please, stop!
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother's name. It's his mother's name.
Okay, so now that you've seen all these scenes, all put together with context and everything like that, here we go. So Batman's whole reasoning is that he was in Metropolis in the beginning of the movie, and he saw that Superman caused a lot of destruction, and in his eyes, he then realized he was an existential threat because he didn't do a good job at saving people. He caused more destruction than he did saving people. Like, the amount of destruction in Metropolis could have been avoided. Even the Flash movie, which had the same exact conflict and the exact same process of that conflict from Man of Steel, they were even able to get it out of Metropolis. I can't believe I'm praising the Flash movie, but that's how bad Man of Steel is. That's how bad that movie is. And so when Batman, because Batman doesn't view him as human because nothing says he is. He does know that he's Clark Kent, however. He finds that out at the party. But Clark Kent also knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne. Leads me to my biggest point. It showed the Martha scene. You know, so when he says, save Martha, that isn't just an expression of like a pleading for his humanity. It is a very big thing of pleading for his humanity. However, it shows just how smart he is. When Batman was a kid, his parents was killed in an alleyway when he was a kid. That was public information. Clark Kent is a news reporter. So when he found out that Bruce Wayne was Batman, he probably did his research on him, like he does everyone else that he comes in contact with, and probably found out his parents, Martha, his mom, specifically Martha, died as a kid. His mom is also Martha. So yes, while the first point that I made, that it shows up, it's pleading to Superman to show his humanity. It's a good point, because it's literally saying, Batman, I have a human mom too. I'm not just an alien. I'm human too. Which is a solid defense for being held at neck, like a neck point, I guess, with a kryptonite spear. That's a fantastic point. Secondly, what it does is, again, the terms of the fight was Superman had to kill Batman, but Batman pulled in a reverse card and beat Superman. So what Superman did was, when he says save Martha, he's not just pleading for his humanity, he's pleading for Batman to save his mom. He wants Batman to save his mom. If he's going to die in this fight, he's at least going to go down while trying to save one of the only people he truly cares about on this planet besides Lois, his mom. So when Batman hears this, he realizes that, one, Superman has a mom, two, the humanity aspect, and then three, he understands that this was a trap by Lex. He understands that there's something else besides him fighting him. There's more layers than he realizes. This isn't just a fight of man versus God. This is now a man versus God with a man controlling the strings, which is the man controlling the strings is Lex. He then understands that Superman is not doing this on his own will. He's doing this for someone, which shows that he's selfless and that he cares about people, which he did not previously think. So again, the main point is that it goes and it shows his humanity, which I don't understand why people think that's a bad point or not a valid argument, because that's like, what else would you do in that situation? If you're dying, right? You are weakened and you are about to get stabbed with a kryptonite spear, the only thing that can kill you in the entire universe, mind you. What would you do? Would you go, oh no, please don't kill me? Or would you go, save my mom? I think it'd be pretty obvious. The only reason you're fighting this dude, the only reason you're in this position is because of your mom. So if you're going to die, at least do it saving your mom, which is what Superman is trying to do. He's trying to save the people he cares about. And how does he do it? He gets into Bruce's head. He knows that Batman has a soft spot for helping people. He wants to help people. Like, he wants to have, how do I explain this very well? Batman doesn't want what happened to his parents to happen to anyone else, right? So Batman hearing save Martha, he understands that his mom is in danger and he wants to avenge his parents. That's one thing. Two, it teaches him that he, like, looking at different perspectives is good, not looking at like one linear point. It teaches him that. So Superman pleading for Batman to see the humanity in him, humanity, is a fantastic point. Just that one scene, it's a concrete scene. My second point, which doesn't make or break the film per se, but I think Lex Luthor is a very good villain. And he technically wins. He wants Superman dead. Well, guess what? He got Superman dead. He won. I like that. Name another villain besides Thanos or Palpatine in Empire Strikes Back and Revenge of the Sith, or Rogue One, that like a villain wins. I can't. I really can't. And I've seen a lot of movies and TV shows. Oh, this happy juice is so good. Oh, man. And so the other point that I want to make is I think the build-up is very good. I think Man of Steel was a good starting point, and then it took off from there. People were like, well, we should have gone to Batman movie. I'm like, we really shouldn't. I think that Justice League, with all the flashbacks in that movie, and BVS, gives enough character to him to make up for a backstory. I like how James Gunn is taking the new DC with giving no one a backstory, because we already know it. It's just a repeat that we've seen 15 times already, and Zack Snyder dodged that completely, which I do like. I do like that. And then, well, the other point in BVS is when the Flash warns him about, you know, Superman from the Zack Snyder Justice League specifically. That's another factor in it, because number one, that's sort of why he forms the Justice League. That's why he tries to bring Superman back. However, that's when the Justice League point comes into play, because at the end of BVS, Superman dies. Play the clip. And what Justice League did was it undid that and then regressed his character even further, because now, instead of being a selfless hero that Batman finally understood, it now just put him right back to where he was in Man of Steel. And it kind of doesn't work for me. That's Justice League. Like, the perception of Justice League and what Justice League did to BVS's lore really shifted people's opinions. When the movie came out, I'm pretty sure it was met with praise at first, and then when Justice League came out, it was no longer, because now Justice League retconned a lot of things from BVS, which, in all honesty, the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League from 2021 is a much better and actually explains it a lot better and a lot more than the Josh Whedon version from 2017. The Zack Snyder one actually gives him a character that's worth caring about. Because it gives him a new arc versus a same arc from BVS. Just sped run in the 2017 version. So I believe the perception of Justice League has hindered the perception of Batman vs Superman because it took a lot of things and just retconned it and just undid it, which made it so it's like, well, then why make BVS if we're just gonna retcon it? Bear in mind, Zack Snyder didn't make that movie. He made it like 5 years after the fact. Like, to be 100% fair, and I think when the Zack Snyder cut came out, there was a lot more people who came out and said BVS was good because of the Zack Snyderverse. Specifically that movie, the Zack Snyder Justice League from 2021. I really did like, now, the only thing I didn't like about BVS is it is a slower paced movie. It is a longer movie that I feel like there could have been some things that could have been cut out, but at the end of the day, I don't care. That's just a minor nitpick. Not a big deal for me. So yeah, if you guys want a more in-depth analysis on this movie, feel free to like comment, or you know what, I'll make you guys a deal. If this video gets 50,000 views, I will make a 5-hour cut explaining out, like watching, detailing, explaining, and then at the end of like watching the movie, then I'll go over the points that I really liked and the points I didn't like, then explain why it's like top tier super movie. If this video gets 50,000 likes, I mean not likes, views. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video. Hasta la vista.